Good day again, grade 12. So we're looking at question 5 of the September 2019 mock exam for grade 12. And question 5 is your energy principles question. Question 5 reads, this paper, a steel ball of mass 1.5 kilograms attached to an inextensible string hangs from a ceiling. The ball is held at a height of 3 meters at point A above a horizontal table that has a 1.5 kilogram crate resting on it. The steel ball is released and it collides with the crate at point B. The collision is elastic. The crate then moves to the left and attains a velocity of 6.2 meters per second after moving a certain distance as shown in the diagram below. First question, as usual, 5.1, state the principle of the conservation of mechanical energy in words. In an isolated system, the total mechanical energy remains constant. Right? That is the definition for 2 marks, which is the conservation of mechanical energy. Okay? In an isolated system, the total mechanical energy remains constant. Let's have a look at the next question. 5.2 says calculate the work done by the gravitational force in moving the steel ball from point A to point B. Okay, now let's have a look here. A steel ball that is at a height of 3 meters. Okay, so it looks like there's definitely going to be a change in the gravitational force here because it goes from 3 meters to 0. So what we're actually going to work out here is the change in the mechanical or the gravitational potential energy. 5.2. So the work done by the gravitational force is going to be equal to the change, alright, the change in gravitational potential energy. Now what's interesting to note here is that the change in EP, okay, notice we start at point A, which is 3 meters above ground, then we end up at the bottom at point B, so we know we're going to have a negative answer, the negative change in height, okay, and it is attached from the ceiling and then goes down, so it's in the opposite direction already. All right, so we're not going from the bottom up, so it's going to be negative, meaning we're going to have negative mg and we're going to have h2 minus h1. So we're going to have negative 1.5 times 9,8. all right, remember, because 9,8 is positive going downwards, of course, okay, which would, and then 0 minus 3, because we end up at the bottom with no height, and our beginning on top, we were 3 meters above the ground. Therefore, the work that is done by the gravitational force, okay, is going to equal, of course, 44,1 joules. Remember, the work is measured in joules. 5.3, define the term non-conservative force. Right, this is fairly easy as well. 5.3, a force is non-conservative, all right, if the work it does on an object which is moving between 2 points depends on the path taken, as we have it written there. Okay, to repeat again, a force is non-conservative if the work it does on an object which is moving between 2 points depends on the path taken. I do believe we have one more question, which is 5.4, which we're going to go do now. Calculate the work done by friction in moving the crate. Right, the crate, no longer the steel ball, but the crate. Okay, let's have a look. We know that the formula for the work done by non-conservative force is equal to the change in the object's kinetic energy plus the change in the object's potential energy. Okay, and we're only looking at the work done by force of friction, which is a non-conservative force, which would indicate that we have to take half m VF squared minus half mvi squared. I'm going to bracket this for neatness, plus mghf, or 2, I'm going to use f, minus mghi. Okay, that's how far we need to expand, and we can go ahead and we can begin to sub in our values. All right, so what do we know is that we do know that the EK of the crate would also equal to the change in the potential energy of the ball initially. So we know this value over here, okay, because that would be your 44,1 joules. Okay, the crate had no potential energy, so this is all 0. So what we end up with is half of 1.5, which is the value of the crate, times 6,2 all squared, minus 44,1, which would have been the same amount of energy that would have been transferred to the crate, because the crate was standing at 0. It was standing still over here. So that energy transferred to it initially when they made contact, and that is 0. So I end up with the force, or the work done by the force of friction, is equal to, I plug that all in on my calculator, and I get a negative answer of 15,27 joules, if I just round it up. Well, the answer is just 15,27. There's no other, if you round up it would be 15,3, but usually the 2 decimal places is usually the correct way to round off your answers for any grade 12 exam. With that being said, that wraps up question 5. Please stay tuned for the next video where we will have a look at question 6.